You get like a lot of the young guys going, oh, I'm missing out on this, I'm missing out on that. If you want to be a chef, you have to forget about that. You just concentrate on what you're doing and work hard and enjoy it.
We're all aware over the last few years there's been an explosion in the restaurant scene. Every second street, suburb, everyone's got a hot new joint. There's only been a few stellars though, and one of those is Mat Lindsay's Esther. In the 2 short years that it's been open, he's taken that place to 2-hat glory. So that's a feat in itself. We're gonna sit down with him and see what the motivation is, what the drive is, and how he got the 2 hats in such a little time. Matty, thanks for joining us. So we're in Esther. Give us the basic rundown of what Esther is.
I wanted it to be a little neighbourhood restaurant when we opened. It's kind of taken on a little bit of a life of its own, which is good. But basically it's just a simple, no fuss restaurant, wood-fired oven.
Let's start from the beginning. Your career, from what I understand and what I quickly read, graphic design.
Originally back at school, I thought I wanted to be a chef, So I went and did work experience as a cook, and they give you a little score, right? And they tell you how suitable you are to the industry, and they said I wasn't suitable. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll find something else to do. Thought I'd go to uni, things like that. Yeah. Got a job working for Neil Perry. Eventually worked my way into the kitchen because the guys in there looked like they were just having a really good time.
But you guys were, I guess, the first guys who had the balls to kind of open an eatery in Chippendale before it was known for junkies and late night rubberies, and now it's known for added food.
So people are kind of like, Chippendale? Really? Seriously? Nah. And nobody knew where Chippendale was, it seems. We had kind of some people going, Chippendale? Isn't that near Bankstown?
Did you battle a lot with customers thinking, oh cool, it was a pizza joint? Or?
Still do. It's actually amazing is that when we open, because we've got that, everyone assumes we're an Italian restaurant, and everyone assumes it's a pizza restaurant. But we'd have customers coming in and they'd like start reading the menu and they'd kind of be like, duck, pear, and gnocchi. How does that work on a pizza? The menu that we've got, the kind of idea from day one was to have everything in some way touched by the oven before it goes out onto the plate, which is like everything, so it's constantly in use all day. So say for like the raw fish dishes, for instance, we've got a charcoal sauce on it, so we'll burn the nori sheets. Like it's a charcoal made out of seaweed, the nori, like sushi nori. And we'll burn that in the oven and then make that into a sauce. And then we get all the trimming from we use kingfish usually, and we'll take all the belly bits and render the fat in the oven. And so it's a nice little smoky sort of roasted fish flavor, and that's what we put over the fish. So we actually started testing how to cook and testing recipes 2 days before we opened. The soft opening that we did when we just invited everyone was probably the worst service that I've ever been through, ever. We had a really small kitchen team. We only had 4 people at that time. One person never came back after the soft opening, so we started the day with 3 people.
From that beginning now to, I guess, 2 hats in a short space, that's pretty crazy but it's put a lot of pressure on you guys now. I mean, in such a short space. I mean, now you try and get a booking here or just walk in from experience and it's like, oh yeah, nah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to complain that we're that busy, but like I said, we wanted to be a little neighbourhood restaurant, just serving nice food. It's become something else, and having my own place now is it's sort of freshened it up again as well, because it's given me kind of the freedom to do whatever I want. I don't have to check with somebody before I do something, which is quite liberating, obviously. Trying to do everything in-house, make it from scratch, it's much more rewarding. With the bread, I could easily go down to Brickfields is around the corner. Beautiful bread, I could easily buy that, but it's so much better when you've made it yourself. It's so much more rewarding. If you're going to be a chef, you just got to commit to it. You get a lot of the young guys going, oh, I'm missing out on this, I'm missing out on that. If you want to be a chef, you have to forget about that. You just concentrate on what you're doing and work hard and enjoy it.
And the chef restaurateur?
Even more so. Chef restaurateur, I'd probably say, don't do it.
I think Sydney, what I really appreciate is the younger chefs who have come through, who respect the model of what's happening and have done their time, and are just pushing out really good food.